on, we will start the webinar in about 5 more minutes to get a cup of tea and get settled, and then we'll get into the meditation webinar. Webinar started with technology from at the beginning of it, and we'll just feel more, hopefully more like we're having a chat than any. But the purpose of the webinar is for people that haven't come to them before to get a bit of it, what I call a taste of my approach to meditation. important, so you can have a bit of a taste of it. And maybe it's the first time for you meditating at all, in fact. So again, a taste of what meditation is like. And for those webinars regularly, this is a chance for you to build on that ongoing practice. That's so important. So it gives you a chance without actually having to come into class for an interactive session. And today, what we're going to do is the approach I have to meditation. I'll give you a few practical tips before we do actually do the meditation. So we will do a meditation so you can experience it. That is so key. Wonderful to talk about these things. Very important to actually do it. And the last integral, because it gives you the opportunity to ask questions, sharing experiences. And I find that this is so of what meditation is, and I'll talk about that, where interaction is just an integral part to the growth. So a little bit about me. I've been in a corporate environment for, I hate even to say, makes me feel a bit old, over 20 years now. And honestly, if I look back 15 years ago, I would have thought, or I did think, meditation was what I consider a bit cuckoo, out of my comfort zone. And even when I started to meditate and found this real progression, because I was still a closet meditator. For goodness sake, they're going to think I'm a bit off my rocker. So I remained a closet meditator for a long time. But again, I had this internal transformation. It really your life. And then at that time, I just felt that success and meditation, it didn't mix. But actually, it's the perfect success, whatever that means. And I will talk about that, where we think we have problems. Again, meditation is a perfect mix with anything that you're experiencing in life. But again, back to myself a little bit. Understanding of my background is I have two main meditation teachers. So one of them lives in Mumbai, and his name is through him in the chakra system. So I've explored that a lot, and mainly through his teaching, where he started me down that path. Is Alan Wallace, and again, just blessed to have met him. And so he's in America, and he's back in America now. But if you Googled him, you would get lots of information. If you are interested in back down to that route. So those are my main meditation teachers. And again, you might have noticed from even what I said with my teachers, is that I tend to go to the root of the teaching. So I've practiced in Nepal. Actually, that's the first place I ever meditated. And here in the UK as well. And each year I 10 days or so. Okay. But a lot of people do like to have that, so I always make sure I say it. But the key messages I want to get across and teach meditation, I'll talk about my approach in a few moments. Practice, and I know how easy it is to fall off the bandwagon, but you're not going to get results unless you element of experience, and also in your daily life. And, I mean, we want it to impact our daily life. And I'll make the analogy of tennis, because I think it's the same. Is, you know, a tennis player, he's out there practicing every day, making those strokes. And he has to have it, and he has tools regularly. If I'm sitting in a conference room, then I find myself give the best that I have to offer. So this is And so it's key to be practicing to commit. And the other thing I mentioned already is interact. I find people just kind of meander through meditation otherwise. If they don't pick a teacher, but this idea of interaction. So apps, I think guided meditations, all these things are beautiful. Well, great tools to support you, but to ask questions. There won't be the depth and the growth that you'll be looking for. And no matter what level, I have a teacher, my teacher has a teacher. I think, again, to get that depth, and actually people that I know that continue practicing have a teacher, like anything. So that those two things are really key, committing to practice and having interactive sessions. Happy to be someone's teacher. But whoever it is you choose, as long as you trust them, they resonate with you, that is the key. And like I say, if that's me, that's great. But if not, then pick somebody that knows what's best for you. So I'm going to go to the slide presentation now, and then we can, well, if I can get my technology. Notice on the side, by the way, there's on the right-hand side here, there is a mechanism for you to chat. I will look at the chat afterwards. You can chat amongst each other. You can just pose a question to me. I'll answer the questions at and it looks like that's working. Okay, so I'll go through the presentation. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is my approach. So I call it success through stillness. Again, I mentioned that before, that success mixes well with meditation. Is actually through stillness. It is so true. Stillness. I know when I look back at myself, I was so afraid of stillness. I'm like addicted to busies. I still notice this within myself. What the heck is that? I don't know. But this approach really turns that around on its head. When you become aware of it, I'm addicted to busy. Wow. Whew. Let's step back a minute. It's an amazing experience. And I had this image, and bring this up in your mind right now and see what comes through this around you. So what meditation gives you is, even though everything else can be working, the center within you, and that's that stillness within that I'm talking. Everything I teach is based on this. So talking about the aim, the goal, I guess, of they come because they're struggling with sleep. Oh my gosh, I'm so stressed, or I've got this. I used to help health issues that I'm very angry or emotional and trying to manage that better, or lonely, these things. So it seems like it appears to be many problems, but actually there's just one problem. The aim here is to go from a place of disconnection to a place of connection. And without getting too deep into this, really when we're disconnected, it's a fear mindset. We put up a lot of barriers within ourselves. We're blocking a lot of things within ourselves, a lot of dis-ease within us. And we state of balance, ease, and it is a love mindset. Just that simple. It's a mindset of lovingness rather than fear. Go deeper into that a little bit. I may say, even from ourselves, like my own body, the sensation. When you start to meditate and tune in, you go, wow, look at all that's going on. We're holding on to it. And in an emotional level too, we're so unaware, we're trying to hide from it. Our mental state, all of these things within ourselves already. And then we disconnect more by putting up that are around us, for goodness sake. And moving from a place of disconnection to a place of connection. And that does it for us. So that's the goal, really, is this diagram aim is to move from that. And my approach does that, and it goes through 5 steps to help us get there. And just quickly, I'll go through those because they're based on. And realigning is really that connection again, reconnecting. So the first 3 steps are all about level. Allow the body to relax. We're holding on of it and allow it to let go, release. The second step is about emotionally allowing ourselves to let go. Again, a bit of kind of emotions within us, being aware of them and letting them go. Is about, again, from a mental state, it's like declutter. It's about releasing that kind of and then when we go on to the 4th and 5th, and the 4th step is all about this always still within us. And once we understand, use the tools of meditation to connect to it, you can do it anytime. So it's feeling the essence of who you really are and coming back to that point. In the 5th step, feeling that love, that compassion within us for ourselves, for others, and allowing it to flow out. So that's the approach I take. Well, it says step 5, but that's not right. It's step 1. Step 1, and it's releasing that physical tension. So realizing that we're holding on to this tension. So step 1, release that physical tension is what we want to talk about today. Why do we want to start here? And 2 reasons, really. First, it's tangible. We can actually feel it. So when we're talking about meditation, it seems really intangible. It's this internal transformation. A difference. And then you can actually sense things that are going on, starting with. So it's a good starting place. And again, it's the foundation of meditation. I remember Alan talking about people that have meditated actually allowed themselves to deeply relax, attentive mind, and actually until he taught them how to let go of this tension, this release of tension in the body. They didn't experience the deeper levels of meditation. Very, very end. And the benefits. And connecting, reconnecting. Become aware of our body. And there's all sorts of people have a lot of help, myself included, I won't go into stories, but even the suffering from arthritis that I substantially just by being attuned to my body. It's really, really important. And how vitality, people often talk about feeling this vitality, this kind of re-energizing after meditation. And even though it's not meditation, there's long-term benefits. And again, I'm talking at any time when you're feeling a lot of tension, pain, uh, tools. Let's see itself. Yes, it texted me a question, but anyway, we'll do that at the very end. So practical tips for those with your eyes closed. But I have provided this picture because if you do want to focus in on something, this is a good picture to do that with. About that, just sit in a comfortable chair. Probably easier if you are an experienced meditator. You already know what posture you want to choose. Go for that. Otherwise, just sit in a chair, have your feet flat on the floor. No trying to sit in funny posture because it's just not going to last. So a comfortable position with your back upright and your spine straight. These are the key. Either on or on top of one another, kind of in that one palm over the other. Okay. Okay. Another couple tips is this idea. I call it a hovering point, but again, it's this alert mind. So relaxed that they almost fall off to sleep. And what we want in these meditations, or this meditation today, to aware. It's not going off to sleep here. So if you find that you're kind of delving towards sleep, it's important to keep interested in this object of meditation. Okay, so it is an alert mind we are after, even though our means physically let go. Issues with, oh, you can be meditating for 20 years, and still you will have this distraction. The mind is a monkey mind. This is how we've trained it, and what we're doing here is retraining it. We're training it to be a much stronger, more powerful mind, and that takes. But don't sit there and fight your mind. Gosh, it will go off. It will go off to thoughts. Oh, what's for dinner? It'll go off to sounds. Note of the body, being aware of the body, to all sorts of physical tensions and things that will distract the mind. So the key thing is not to fight your mind. So if it's distracted by any of these things, just acknowledge that distraction. Oh, yes, I'm thinking. Mind is off here. And then bring the mind back, redirect it every time back to the object of meditation. That could be a visualization, that could be simply the breath. Get back each and every time. Simply your mind, like just thinking, okay, back to the breath. Oh, I was listening to that noise. No, back to the breath. Thinking about something from work. That's okay. Drop it for now. Go back to the breath. This is the key. Okay, so I'm gonna get you to get into your position, and I will guide you if you can. Again, remembering if the mind is distracted, simply acknowledge the distraction, come back. And what we're going to be doing is simply by using the breath to release tension, being aware of the tension in your body and letting it go. But I'll guide you through the entire meditation. So let me just begin. So at the sound of the bell, sit. And start with those 3 long, slow, deep breaths. Breathe into your abdomen and then just release. So this is control breathing at this time. Breathe into the abdomen, puff the abdomen out, really long, deep breaths. And after that third breath, just allow your body to breathe. No more controlling the breath, just letting the breath move in and out. And really feel moving in. So no control. Become very aware of movements, those things that occur in your body. I feel because it moves in and out. As you let your body breathe, notice, be aware of each breath. And you may feel these movements as well, the chest or the abdomen rising and falling. Aware of the sensations, the movements, what is occurring in your body as you breathe. Be present with each breath. And by using the power of your mind, in the breath, feel the breath move out and watch them. And as you watch each breath, allow yourself to feel that sense of simply letting go. Your feet get heavy onto the floor. Just all the muscles. Let the breath, just your body is like a gentle gust of wind, and all the tension is released. Of your mind comes to your mind. Body. So, it's his process inside. Coaching, very attentive to every feel them. And on that release of the breath, as you feel that sense of real through the body, sweeping away all tension. You just feel responding. And every time, simply be aware that the mind is getting distracted. And simply move the mind, redirect the mind back to the breath each and every time. Attune to your own body. Be completely with each breath. Your mind is immersed in every breath that you take. And let the tension fall away. It's so easy to release it. So feel that now, that sense of simply surrendering to every breath that you take. In silence. And if it helps, only as you breathe out, say a word of these words that may mean something to you. You release, let go. So surrender, relax, release, or let go. Any of these words, as you breathe out, feel that sense of letting go. Simply letting go. And add the repetition me. Just simply feel the sense of breathing out and releasing and relaxing more and more. Just breath and take. And continue with these if it's helpful for you. Now, some uncomfortableness, a bit of tension. Part of the body is attracted to this moment. And be aware of there without your attention at that point of her own body. For a change. Again, it's that you can right now. Now that part of your breathe and the breath gets it opens as you release. Feel a gentle gust of wind is blowing your body. Focus on one area of your body, feeling it, allowing it to, and then every time that you breathe space, opening up that area of tension, the muscle release in your mind. And don't flirt all over your body, going from one place to the other. Simply pay attention to one area and be with that area of your body, breathing in and out. When it area, but do so very consciously. That it one time Release the tension and then move on to another area when it feels right. You don't even have to move on from an area. Simply pay attention to your body, allowing your breath to release the tension. That sense of letting go, feel that sense of surrendering to gravity. And the muscles just loosen up. Breath. And now just take the mind, that sense of release as you breathe out of the body. So simply go back to following each breath. Relax more and more with each breath that you take. Sense again when you breathe out, it's almost like a sense of relief. Like, just let the body go. Let the muscles loosen up. As heavy up. And simply allowing your mind. Okay, so I'm just going to go again. The meditate is what you're trying to do here. And as we spoke about before, this idea of stillness within and feeling all of these things. But again, you must practice to get the results. So however that turns out for you, if it's going to these webinars, by on other things, you have to be able to be self-sustaining in this. You know, you log on to a webinar or you use guided meditations, also be doing the meditation completely on your own. And I would suggest in silence. So key. So finding a way to incorporate it into your life is absolutely integral. And then, like I said, joining a group now and then, but you know, on a regular basis is absolutely key. So that you have the ability to ask questions, share with other people, and grow from other people's experiences. I think that's just the most important thing. So questions and answers. And also I have information here about the next webinar. It's going to be on the 17th. I think that's Monday. So regular retreat in Windsor on a weekend in November. There's a link there. Or if you want to come to some of the classes. What I do with the classes, everything now, the webinar and the classes are each once a month. And then you get supported with kind of guided meditations, recordings of the classes, other things, including the webinar, so that it makes it flexible. Even a retreat, if you can't come to regular classes, then you come to something that's very more in depth and get the meditation experience that way. But that's the key. So you can go to those links, or you can one moment. Oops. Go back to this. And see here. There we go. Let's just see. Okay. So actually, I hadn't strangely. Also, looks like somebody was trying to log in, couldn't, then tried again. So thank you for your patience, and it looks like you made. So that's the first thing. But then also, someone, oh, that's okay, said that they. I'm not sure if that was all the way through. Actually, it looks like, okay, if I read a bit more here, it's more near the end. And I got to say that, not that I say anything what's normal or anything like this, because there's different experiences. All this is common, that people will find at some point in the meditation that they felt more pain. We walk around all day. I mean, I will notice this, is that I don't feel something in my body. I mean, I've become much more aware of my body all day, not feel something. And when you sit and relax, you're actually, you'll feel pain that you didn't feel before, or sensations that are there. And so it is normal that that can happen. This is why what we did today is so important, is that you come back to getting the tools to simply breathe into. And actually, as they write more here, it's we're feeling this sense of letting go happened kind of periodically. And again, I say that I feel these moments of intense pain, and then this ability, just through what visualization, other techniques that you can use to release, feel that sense of deep release in the physical body. In today's case, we're using the breath, and you can use that simply to feel the entire body, or in these areas of intense pain, simply to let it go. Another thing in this physical is simply to be aware with the uncomfortable, is what I call it, because even at an emotional level, but we start with the physical level. It's this idea of, what are we doing anyway? These sensations in our body, they come, they remain for a while, and they fall away. And then another sensation comes. The body. It's not just at one level, it's fluctuating like a wave, and they move on. And so when you become comfortable with this process, that everything only remains for a short time, you actually, types of awareness exercises that we do through meditation, it's an actual meditation, is just about being aware of it. And actually someone here is commenting, okay, because you've been in my class, you've had that experience simply by watching them. She's finding that just by watching the sensation is easier for her to let it go. She doesn't need to use the breath. Someone else's experience. Perfect. So I don't have any other questions at the moment, but I've had a today and kind of saying that that's exactly how they felt before. So interesting. Good. And actually, somebody did mention something about the weekend retreat. They're not finding that link is working or something, but I think you might just have the slash at the end up in what you've sent me. So try that link again, and if not, email me. My email is down there as well, so you can email. Okay, but it is the 4th to 6th of November, and all the details are on that page there. Okay, I think that's about it. Actually, not too many questions tonight. If you think of, again, it's very normal that after the meditation, you know, I have so many questions and yet no questions. Ask about an experience that you had. By all means, by phone, and I can answer that question for you the best of my ability. But that's about it for tonight. Thank you very much for joining. And